in Egypt remains tense. For now, authorities have postponed plans to disperse 2 sit-ins in Cairo by supporters of ousted President Mohamed Morsi. But some sort of move by the military does seem imminent. Joining me now from Washington, Clifford May, president of the Foundation for Defense of Democracy. Clifford, a judge has extended Morsi's detention another 15 days. That could likely make things even worse amongst protesters and the military.
Well, it could, and tensions are very high right now. You have these, what we call protesters, but they're essentially camped out. They have sandbags. They're not moving. They're getting electricity. They've complained that the government has tried to turn that off. The military authorities are saying we can't have you here encamped on a permanent basis. They're saying we have a right to protest. Military is saying you don't have a right to camp out indefinitely like this. We're going to disperse you. So what we see are the kind of maneuverings that may well precede some kind of very serious showdown.
Well, that is the question. Is this going to end inevitably with bloodshed?
Not inevitably, no. But is that likely? Yes. Based on past history in Egypt and in the region, I think if I had to make my bet, I'd bet that we will see some bloodshed. Now, are we talking about a few people or are we talking about dozens? That I don't know.
Let's talk about whether or not a compromise deal could work, would work, and who could lead this effort to sort of have them disperse and lead sort of a peaceful end to what is going on there. Do you see anybody? Does anybody come to mind?
Well, a compromise deal could always work, which is why we in the West love compromise deals. It's something that we believe in, that whenever there's a dispute, we say, surely there's some way that we can win a little, lose a little, take a half loaf rather than a whole loaf. What we have difficulty imagining are people who say, no, I don't like the idea of compromise. You either win or you lose. I don't like a mushy middle. And so I'm not going to give a little bit and take a little bit, and we're going to all sing kumbaya among ourselves. And I would argue that that's the kind of people you're talking about in this particular instance. Whether you're talking about the Muslim Brotherhood or the military, you're talking about people who have not kind of acculturated the concept of compromise and peaceful conflict resolution as ideas that they embrace.
All right, so no obvious compromise on the horizon. Do you think that the military will sit this out a little bit longer, or do you see them moving in relatively soon?
They certainly may decide to delay. That would be strategic. They may think, let these guys sit there in the heat a little longer. Maybe they'll turn off the electricity. Maybe they'll make it harder for them to get water. When you talk about the military, you're talking about generals. They do know about strategy, and they're thinking, how can we best get rid of these people and make them understand that we're in control, they're not. That's what they'll be thinking. So yes, there could absolutely be delay. It is hard to see how you avoid some kind of confrontation in the days ahead.
All right, Clifford May joining us from Washington. Good to speak to you. Thanks.